You know, whenever I go to our cabin, make the trip, it's about an hour and a half drive. I almost always hang my GoPro up in the windshield of my truck and just let it run while I drive up there. You know, I'm always hoping that maybe someday a bear will run out in front of me or maybe even a lynx, something like that. It's never happened, of course, but there's always that hope. Anyway, usually I end up deleting all that footage because when you get down to it, it's pretty boring unless it's a really, really pretty day. So I just delete it and start over again. But I've often wondered, isn't there some way to use some of that footage? I mean, there must be something I can do with it. Well, it turns out maybe there is. And we're going to take a look at some pictures here I took from my, this is GoPro footage from my last trip to the cabin about maybe a little more than a month ago. And I might be able to salvage something. Keep in mind, these pictures you're going to see right now are from my GoPro 1080p film, just screenshots that I made from those clips that I took on that trip to the cabin. So yeah, let's take a look. Didn't look like GoPro too much, did it? A little bit, you can tell it is, but I kind of like what I've done with those. I like playing around with Photoshop, and that's one of the ways that I've come up with to get some use out of these out of the GoPro footage. All I've done with these is I of course I cropped them to a square format. And that helps me get rid of the distracting things that might be going on in the picture. You know, I usually shoot at 16:9. Well, I always do actually. And so to cut it down to a square format, it gives me a lot of freedom to pick and choose what I want in those. And another thing, the most obvious thing that I've done here is in Photoshop. There's a filter called oil painting, I believe it is, and I just ran that across the screen and onto the picture, and did a little levels work and maybe a little vibrance and sharpening a little bit. I'm pretty impressed with these, and I hope you like them. It's fun to do stuff like that, and you can be a little creative if you don't be afraid that you're gonna break some rules and step on somebody's toes, because they're your pictures. You can do whatever you want to do with your pictures. You can, actually. And anyway, yeah, that was kind of fun working these pictures, and I'll probably do it again. I don't know what I'll ever do with them, but they are kind of artsy. I think they are anyway. Let me know what you think in the comments, please. All right, so I did print one. Like I said, it's a GoPro picture, so the resolution isn't very, very good for large photographs. So what I've done is I printed a 8x8 picture on some 8.5 by 11 Epson etching, I think it is. Yeah, it is etching paper. It's a heavyweight paper, and I printed it on my printer. Anyway, I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to stand up and hold it up in front of the camera because, like I said, it's not a big picture. So there you go. There, I like that picture. It's kind of cool. That's up on the Glen Highway where I travel. You go through a little, well, I don't know if you call it community, but anyway, it's called Glacier View. This is their church. At Glacier View, with that's the Talkeetna Mountains in the background. It was a pretty day that day when I drove up there. Nice blue sky, almost all the way. I started out early in the morning before the sun came up, and then, of course, you saw the sun in some of those pictures. Anyway, there's the 8x8 image on 8.5 by 11 Epson etching paper. I kind of like that. That might be worth framing. We'll see. Anyway, that's all I got for today. I think I am heading up to the cabin next week. So maybe the next time you see me, maybe I might be broadcasting from the cabin. Who knows? You guys all take care. And if you like those pictures, leave me a comment or a like, whatever. You guys have a good afternoon and a good day, good morning, whatever it is where you're at when you look at this. Take care now. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.